20-minute time limit. Approaching the ring from Essex, England, weighing 220 pounds, the aerial assassin, Will Ospreay!
During that breathless card rundown, Nigel McGuinness, of course, had to remind me that Ospreay and Castagnoli wrestled ahead of Dynasty earlier this year. I apologize, fans, but you got one, Claudio.
Keeping you honest, Excalibur, but be that as it may, if you are honest, you would have to think that Will Ospreay, despite the smile on his face, must still be smarting from his loss to Carl Fletcher at Full Gear, who over in the Blue League is leading the pack at 3 points.
9 points, 3 wins.
Sorry, 9 points, 3 victories.
I got one back on you.
There we go, quid pro quo, certainly. But Ospreay opening up well in the tournament. Let's take a look at the bracket there.
Claudio Castagnoli standing top of the table in the Gold League with 6 points. Will Ospreay, though, the most matches left to wrestle, which could be a double-edged sword for Will Ospreay. He's coming into this match rested, but he's going to have to keep up a torturous pace throughout the rest of the Continental Classic.
And his opponent from Lucerne, Switzerland, weighing 232 pounds, he is 1/3 of the AEW World Trios Champions, Claudio Castagnoli!
Now you're looking at a 23-year veteran who has gone through everything in his career, 16 different championships, over 13 different promotions, and a big win in the CMLL 2024 International Grand Prix in August at Arena, Mexico.
And he's never been better, Tony.
I agree.
The linchpin of the Death Riders, if you will. Castagnoli, stoic, like his native Switzerland. The only entrant in the Continental Classic of the Death Riders, and he came out of the gate strong with a victory over the early favorite Ricochet, and then following up with another 3 points against Big Bad Brody King, and he is set to rival Fletcher if he can pick up the victory here today.
Whoa! Ospreay out of the gates quick and very nearly stealing his next 3 points. As Castagnoli retreating to the outside, Ospreay over the top, Sasuke special, Ospreay landing on his feet.
Well, if he's upset about what happened at Full Gear, he's not showing it.
Seems like that 10 days rest very agreeable with Will Ospreay as he springs to the top, elbow strike, takes down Castagnoli. Cover again. As Rick Knox is just a 2 count for Will Ospreay.
Will Ospreay's amazing. He's going to go for the Oscutter right here, Excalibur.
Oscutter attempted, Castagnoli. The uppercut to the back of the neck. Cover 2.
And you had to think if Tony Schiavone saw it coming, Castagnoli did as well. Hold on.
Now Ospreay the roll up, 2. Didn't have both legs collected, allowed Castagnoli to kick out. Now Castagnoli thinking neutralizer. Lands on his feet as Ospreay countered out the uppercut. Ospreay came around the corner with that kick. Both men going down, both men with their eyes on World's End. Coming up later this month, live from the Edition Financial Arena, Orlando, Florida. And you can join us on Triller TV on pay-per-view. Scan that QR code at the bottom of your screen for Saturday, December 28th, World's End, live on pay-per-view, where we will see the semifinals and the final round of the 2024 Continental Classic.
Guys, I want to tell you, it takes an athlete the size and ability of Claudio to be able to fend off that opening assault from Will Ospreay. Now, many men could have done that.
Certainly no feeling out process here.
And Nigel, you brought up the fact that Kyle Fletcher scored a pinfall victory over Will Ospreay at Full Gear last month, and in doing so, damaged the neck of Will Ospreay. Ospreay came into his first tournament match with Juice Robinson 10 days ago with that neck, that left arm heavily taped up. That tape nowhere to be seen, but you know those types of injuries like to linger.
Yeah, they certainly do, but be that as it may, the tape not there now, so whether that could be that his neck is healed or perhaps he doesn't want to draw attention to it when he's in there with a man as erudite and educated and cerebral, if you will, as Claudio Castagnoli.
Right now, Will Ospreay favoring his, I believe, right or left wrist. I'm not sure which one.
Could be that numbness that he he received from that Tiger driver.
There you go. It's a left wrist, and Claudio's taking advantage here.
Oh, Ospreay leaping over the steps, drop kicking the steps into the knees of Claudio Castagnoli. Heads up move by Will Ospreay.
Schoolboy tactic, wasn't it?
It really was. That was amazing.
The savvy creativity by the aerial assassin, but Castagnoli
Not so savvy.
just driving Will Ospreay face first in that barricade.
You have to really talk about Carl Fletcher, though, ever since defeating Ospreay. He really has gone from strength to strength, and who can forget what a huge moment it was defeating arguably the tournament favorite in Kazuchika Okada.
Yeah, that was this past Saturday at Collision. Kyle Fletcher getting out to 9 points in the blue league as a giant swing into the steps as you see Ospreay clutching that left shoulder, trying to restore some feeling in that left arm of his.
Guys, just to put a cap on it, right now Kyle Fletcher is the single hottest wrestler in AEW.
No question, there's a reason why he is growing more and more of his fans, or Fletchlights, as they like to be called.
Wait a minute, Fletchlights?
Yeah.
Did you just make that up?
Kyle Fletcher is also one victory away from securing his spot in the semifinals at World's End in the Blue League. But right now, Claudio Castagnoli.
There we go. Left wrist, going to break it.
That left arm completely trapped in the steps, and Castagnoli the stomp.
Right on the hand.
I think went for the fingers rather than the wrist. You break a finger or two, there's no way you can complete a submission.
Oh, Castagnoli.
Oh, thank goodness he moved.
Very nearly dropping those steps on Will Ospreay.
Oh, I'm having flashbacks to Arthur Ashe Stadium.
Chops to the chest. Castagnoli sending Fletcher to the apron. There's Kyle Fletcher now looking for a springboard once again. Castagnoli counters with the uppercut. Castagnoli immediately the cover. The leg hooked. Ospreay able to kick out both men. Claudio Castagnoli, Will Ospreay looking for 3 more points in the Continental Classic, and we're sticking with it picture in picture.
There's another example of a dream match that the Continental Classic is starting to become world renowned for. As we can see if we can sit down.
That's a great call, Nigel. Dream match after dream match after dream match we've had here because of the talent that we have, and still to come tonight, Brody King and Ricochet.
Great clash in styles in that one. As Castagnoli, you can see here, bracing on the left leg to try to take some of the weight off of his lower back. To stay in that squatting position can be very difficult. Oh! Putting pressure on Castagnoli's back as well as Ospreay's, just not quite as much.
As you can see, still a lot to come, including that battle to see will face MJF and Mariah May, one of the meanest young women I've ever been around in my life.
And the greatest AEW women's champion of all time.
Of course, it's all leading to World's End, Saturday, September 28th at the Edition Arena in Orlando, Florida.
As Ospreay making the reach for the ropes, Castagnoli counters and transitions over into the crossface.
Claudio's so smooth, guys. Everything he does offensively.
He's keeping all of his body weight across the back of his opponent, making it difficult for Ospreay to not only move, but also breathe.
And you see Ospreay trying to fight out of it, that grip strength of Claudio Castagnoli, almost unparalleled in the AEW locker room, Nigel.
Yeah, no question about it. Preeminent strength there, preternatural almost.
A roll up there by Ospreay, forcing Castagnoli to abandon ship, and now Claudio, look at this, from his back, trying to maneuver Will Ospreay into a sharpshooter, and he does successfully.
Wow. Again, the smoothness of the offense of Claudio.
A true student of the game, Claudio Castagnoli, I'm sure, would have got that from legendary superstar Bret the Hitman Hart. Sitting down deep now.
Castagnoli content not only to punish the neck and spine of Ospreay, but the lower body as well.
Look at the fans standing here. Well, they are into this, man. This tournament has been something else.
Barely halfway gone as well. Still hanging in the balance. The final decision.
Castagnoli, I mean, he's content just to sit here to force Ospreay to work, to expend energy, to escape this sharpshooter. Can Claudio Castagnoli continue his climb to the top of the table in the 2024 Continental Classic Gold League, or will Ospreay match Castagnoli's 6 points with a victory here tonight? We are in the midst of finding out. Hurricanrana there by Ospreay. Swing and a miss. Ospreay comes through. Corkscrew kick takes Castagnoli off his feet.
Castagnoli able to get some hands up to take away some of the impact, but not enough. The 6'5" Lucerne, Switzerland native, still knocked to the mat.
Will Ospreay, as we saw for much of that picture-in-picture break, Tony, was in the grips of Castagnoli and that sharpshooter. His back, you could see, obviously feeling effects thereof.
Yeah, I think the story of this match so far is that Claudio's been able to come back from that initial onslaught by Will Ospreay.
And Ospreay was looking for a suplex. Castagnoli making it difficult, understandably so. And just a reminder, fans, for Continental Classic matches, 3 points for a victory, 1 point for a draw for each man, 0 points for a loss. Each victory, each match is important, but as the tournament progresses, they become more and more vital as Ospreay, standing sky twister press, Castagnoli able to kick out.
And a 20-minute time limit to boot.
That's right, we've already seen one time limit draw in this match. Daniel Garcia, Kazuchika Okada taking 1 point each as Ospreay stripping off that elbow pad. Could be the hidden blade in store for Claudio Castagnoli.
Castagnoli's facing the wrong way if it is. Yeah. Oh, is he?
Castagnoli heard the footsteps, the boot to the face, now looking for the Ricola. No. Ospreay finds his feet. The Manjigatame almost locked in. The flying octopus hold. It's cinched in. I'm not sure Ospreay has all of Castagnoli's head, but he's got enough.
Yeah, Castagnoli right now fighting it off with the grip on his left hand, pulling down on the leg.
And Nigel, that's thanks in large part to the range, the reach of Claudio Castagnoli.
It's the height, I was about to say, 6'5". And oh, there, just a vicious spin out from the wrist lock. Castagnoli with a double stomp to the damaged left arm and shoulder.
6'5", 230+ pounds, all crashing down on the spine. As a Corellan lift there from Claudio Castagnoli. The leg hooked in. Ospreay able to kick out.
That Corellan lift, as you call it, just a deadlift, showing his power, not only in his upper body, but his legs.
You can see from your screen, Castagnoli breathing hard there. It's expended a lot of energy, that lactic acid, I'm sure, building up in his body now.
Man, that's no easy feat to make Claudio Castagnoli heave for breath like that. He is perhaps one of the most well-conditioned athletes in all of professional wrestling. But Will Ospreay, the same could be said about him, but Castagnoli continuing to punish Ospreay in the ropes.
I think it speaks to how Ospreay started this match out quickly and perhaps caught Castagnoli off guard. And Castagnoli more or less to take things a little bit. Hold on a second.
Yeah, the headbutt stunning Claudio, but Ospreay a bit stunned by that now. Finds his footing on the ropes. Ospreay.
Castagnoli's waiting.
Through that top sky twister press. Ospreay tucks the feet, rolls through, but couldn't save him. Claudio with the uppercut. 1, 2, and oh, so close.
Great escape because Claudio had a head of steam. That was a running European uppercut.
Castagnoli, known for those European uppercuts, the lifters. Popularized by many great superstars. Dory Funk Jr. is certainly in the States, but right now just toying with Ospreay.
And Nigel, every time Claudio lands one of those on Will Ospreay, it's like a whiplash effect on that damaged neck of Ospreay.
Yeah, entire body shakes. Been in a car wreck.
See, I think this is a big mistake, to be honest with you.
Allowing Will Ospreay to get back into this match.
Claudio doesn't make many of them at Excalibur, but that was, I thought.
That could be the confidence that the Death Riders now have with this iron grip over all elite wrestling.
Perhaps he wants Ospreay to get back up where he feels like he has the advantage with the strikes.
Yeah, jarring Ospreay, 3 consecutive uppercuts there. As Castagnoli hits the ropes, Ospreay ducks underneath. Cutter!
Oh, and he cannot cover him. The hand, the arm.
But Look at this, Claudio Castagnoli.
Smart.
Very wisely taking himself out of pinning range from Will Ospreay.
Whatever energy Castagnoli had left in his body, he used it to roll to the outside. Force 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 seconds respite.
And forcing Will Ospreay to expend some energy on the outside, but now Ospreay primed for that hidden blade, charging in. Claudio, the uppercut connects. Ospreay goes down. Claudio now with 3. No!
Claudio not stopping, though.
Castagnoli wisely looking to apply more pressure. That lariat. Claudio Castagnoli 2 and 3. Again, Ospreay able to kick out.
But Castagnoli doing the right thing, not taking his foot off the gas.
No, Ospreay sweeps the legs, the jackknife, and Will Ospreay!
Winner of this match, Will Ospreay!
Well, that's what you call getting a win out of the jaws of defeat right there.
Will Ospreay now draws level with Claudio Castagnoli at 6 points apiece atop of the Gold League table in the Continental Classic.
That disastrous for Castagnoli. From a potential 9 points to lead the league, he's now drawing. But he's made a statement.
And Castagnoli, of course.
Oh, there may be more.
Oh, wait a second. Darby Allin, who will face Will Ospreay in 1 week's time. He doesn't care. He has so much animosity, so much venom for the Death Riders. He doesn't care who he gets his hands on. He would hope that it's Claudio Castagnoli.
Will Ospreay better send Darby Allin a Christmas card.
And as I mentioned, next week, Dynamite Holiday Bash live from Washington, D.C. Will Ospreay, Darby Allin, one-on-one Continental Classic Gold League action.